Good afternoon again. I hope you guys are still doing well. Real quickly, I just have to get everything off my chest. So, today, the second topic I want to talk about is rent colluders. Yes, we have rent colluders, RealPage, along with an array of landlords and apartment complex. So, so basically, the Attorney General of Arizona has decided to sue the rent colluders. See, for colluding to create higher prices on the rent that you have to pay. So what happens is that RealPage creates this algorithm, and basically what they do is they gather all the apartment complexes in an area, or enough of them to make a difference in the market, get together, put all of their data, all of their landlords put all of their stuff into this RealPage, and then what it does is it sets the highest price for all of the apartments that they can possibly get. So basically what they've been doing is the algorithm has been raising the rents. And when I was looking for an apartment in the last year, and in 2021, and in 2019, was it 2019? We were struggling to find something that we could afford, that would be reasonable and that we could pay, without having to struggle. And the rent is like in New York City right now, it's like $7,000 for like a studio apartment. And like it ranges from $4,000 to $7,000 for an apartment in Manhattan. A lot of these apartments, they don't have like central air and heat. They can't keep the hot water running, or they don't got laundry. like so basically what the landlords do, they all put their apartments data into RealPage, and then what RealPage does is tell them if they should keep it off the market or put it on the market, and they tell them what price. So what that does is that allows all of these landlords to set a higher price that we all have to pay. And technically, granted, I'm not a lawyer or anything, technically to me, that would be against the Sherman Antitrust Act, as well as Arizona's own Antitrust Act. And so the reason I'm making this video is because I want the New York State Attorney General Letitia James to go after these landlord colluders, these algorithms that are now controlling the rent prices to make them higher and higher and higher, to rein that in, to get that under control, because that is the biggest driver of inflation right now, is the cost of rent. Because you can't run a business if the rent is too high. You can't start up a new business if the rent is too high. You can barely afford to live as an individual or an American if the rent is too high. The American dream going out the window if the rent is too high. Letitia James, come on. Come on, sweetie, we love you. We are rooting for you to follow in Arizona's lead and sue these landlords who are using this type of software, RealPage or any other software, real estate software, where the landlord can get around the antitrust collusion laws by dumping it into an algorithm and saying, oh, well, the algorithm did it. Oh, the algorithm did. Everybody's got an excuse for why they're breaking the law. Oh, it was the algorithm's fault. That's what the the delivery drivers say when they break the traffic law. They say, oh, the algorithm made me do it. Oh, the algorithm is the manager. Look, look. We need to control the algorithms. We need to control all of this stuff. It should not be an algorithm managing every aspect of our lives. We need humans in control of the algorithms, not the algorithms controlling us. So, Letitia James, as New York is the most powerful state in the country, or the second most powerful state in the country, we need you here to get New York's rent price out of control. Or sorry, get New York's rent price under control, because it's ridiculous out here. Let me go over here. I'm going to go over here to, let's see here. Let's go to Zillow. Rent, or let's just look at rent prices. New York City on RentHop. Average price for rent in New York City for a studio apartment, $3,300 is the average price for rent for a studio apartment. Oh, sorry, but in April 24, $3,450. Holy moly, $3,450. $3,450. Look at this. This is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy. $3,450 for a studio apartment. Studio apartment. $3,450. Now that does not include any apartment fees, any, if you have a pet or anything like that, that is $3,400 up front. And to be honest, in Manhattan, I would say that is probably on the low end, because I've seen studio apartments, again, going for $7,000, one bedrooms going for $8,000 in Manhattan. So you got to figure these numbers are like all of New York City. That includes Queens and Staten Island and Bronx and Brooklyn. This is too much. We can't sustain it. Letitia James, save us from this. Or, well, obviously you can't save us. We have to have the policy, but we need you to sue them so we can get control of our rent price. We should not have the algorithm colluding for us. We should, whether it's people or algorithms, the landlord should not be colluding to keep rent prices artificially high. Personally, I think that before the landlord can raise the rent, they should be allowed to apply for a rent increase once every 5 years with the state or with the city. And then they can raise the rent once every 5 years, up to 3 to 5%, based on if they've maintained the property and if they've made improvements to the property that would warrant a rent increase. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Please like and subscribe to this video. I think this is an important topic. The rent colluders, colluding on rent. So here's some other people talking about it. The firm's revenue management software compiles competitively sensitive lease data on pricing and occupancy. In a brief, Chris Mays announced a lawsuit against RealPage and 9 apartment landlords last week for allegedly conspiring to illegally raise rents for hundreds of thousands of renters in Phoenix and Tucson metro areas. The state of Arizona alleged that Richardson, Texas-based company's revenue management software compiles competitively sensitive lease data on pricing and occupancy. The software and analytics firm directs landlords, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it raised the price of rent roughly 30%, by at least 30% here. I'm sure the same thing is going on in New York, because and also in New York, what a lot of landlords do, they like to take the property off the market until it's on the upswing again. I feel like we need to rein in on the empty apartments. We shouldn't be seeing all these ghost buildings and ghost apartments all around. And, again, let me know what you think in the comments. All right, I gotta go. But this is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. In addition to transportation and housing, top of the list for me. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. All right.